Hello, everybody. Dave Neal here, stand-up comic, host of Bachelor Nation News, and we've got the Women Tell All spoilers. I'm going to share the spoilers that came in from some other sources, and I'm going to compare notes with the spoilers that I have. If you guys don't know, Women Tell All recorded either yesterday or the day before, and this is how it works out. They fly all the ladies, and Clayton too, right, back to Los Angeles. And they do not all the ladies actually, I think in the last couple of years, at least since the pandemic, they've kind of stripped it down just a little bit to the core people, the people that, no offense to night one people, sometimes it's like, who are you? You know, I don't think Sally Carson's attending, although Sally Carson, if you want to attend, we'd love to have you. Find out how your relationship status is shaking up to be. We know when the Women Tell All is going to happen because all the flights get booked. You start seeing Instagram posts of people being like, what should I pack? And then all of a sudden they go radio silent for 3 days. Well, now after a couple days of quarantining where, you know, people don't have their social media or their cell phones and they're forced to just sit in a hotel room and, I don't know, watch CNN all day, whatever they're doing. You know what I mean? Lots of fun. After that, now they're starting to share some spoilers of what actually went down. So I've actually spoken to at least one contestant from this past season of Clayton's season of The Bachelor. This is firsthand spoiler info, and then I will share with you what was said to Reality, what's his name? Zachary Reality. Not to be compared with Reality Steve or Reality Rick or all these other reality accounts. Zachary Reality. You know, how odd is it that Zachary's last name is Reality and he decided to get into reality TV? That's just crazy, Zach. That's just wild how that works out. Same thing with Reality Steve. To think that Steve is his last name and Reality is his first name, it just blows my mind. You know, people don't know this about me. They go, Dave, what do you like to be called, Dave or David? How about Power Recapper? That's my legal name here. It fits on the bumper sticker. So we'll get into it. Do me a favor. Follow me on Instagram at DNeals. Like this video an odd number of times. And if you have a lot of time to kill and you want to be a part of the wild behind the scenes, patreon.com/Dave Neal. This is where I call it work with Dave. I have, a couple dozen people. We have 207 total members of the Patreon. I'll just randomly go live. Whoever's around, we'll play music, or in today's sad case, just watch a lot of the international news and see what's happening out there in the world. And then we'll talk about it just as humans kind of getting work done. So people put me on as some sort of, chatter in the background, as you do. I know you guys are out there Swiffering your floors. That's not a metaphor. You're doing the dishes. You got you're hooked up to the dual breast pumps. Whatever it is you're doing out there, we're just happy that you've chosen us, and by us I mean me, to be a part of your day. So some videos I made earlier today. If you didn't catch this, Demi Burnett talked about the Good Morning America interview she did and what was left out. She shared on her Twitter what was left out. Plus, we shared with you guys some conversations and voicemails from our community regarding Demi coming out and realizing she has autism. It's a great conversation. It's a great way to use empathy to understand each other and, leave room for grace when it comes to trying to build a world that's less judging others and more accepting all of us for being different yet equal. All right, so I'm going to get into the Women Tell All spoiler that I have. Blake posted this. I've been mentioning it all day long. The atrocities that are happening right now with what is shaping up to be a war between Russia and Ukraine. Of course, Russia invading Ukraine. He posted this: Ukraine is defending its territories and sovereignty against Russian invasion. Ukraine never invaded Russia and has no intent to do so, but we will defend ourselves, our families, and our homes from Russian occupants. The best you can do to support us in this is by donating to Ukrainian Armed Forces, and it is a trustable organization that helps the Ukrainian army since 2014. You can also donate abroad. So anyway, Russian propaganda works well, and a lot of Western media are poisoned by it. Choose the news source you trust carefully. Make sure they are not financed by Russia, and double-check the information. Make sure you choose correct terms when talking about the Russia-Ukraine war and not Ukrainian crisis. Bonus points if you are from Russia. Speak up, share the truthful information, express your point of view, protest. By staying silent, you're participating in Russian military aggression against Ukraine. Again, this is all developing right now, live as we speak. A lot of people have our heads in the sand. I get that. In North America, we share borders with only, we have Mexico, Canada, and the United States, and then we got the Atlantic and Pacific. I know, real geography lesson here. But the point being is that it's easy for us to not think that this stuff matters to us. And it's really sad what's happening out there. We'll be discussing it moving forward, and we pray for everybody, whether you're in Ukraine or Russia, innocent civilians that are going to be displaced or families ripped apart. It's just a tragedy out there. It makes everything I talk about on Bachelor seem completely pointless. Completely pointless. It's been a tough day to get through. Not complaining. I can't imagine what it's like for people, boots on the ground. So our thoughts and prayers are with everybody out there. Some other news in Bachelor Nation. Mike Fleiss paid up. Now, Mike Fleiss had tweeted he's got some crazy announcement to make, and then the Bachelorettes and some other people said, hey, if your announcement's not good, we're going to charge you for it. And they did just that. They asked Mike Fleiss to pay them if the announcement sucked, which it did. The announcement being that, there's going to be a different ending. It wasn't some crazy announcement. And so Mike Fleiss, creator of The Bachelor, paid Bachelorettes $40. Hey, it goes a long way. So there they are, paying that. And then... because someone said, how much you want to bet it isn't historic at all? And Robert Mills says, I'm going to make sure he pays for this. Or someone said, I'm going to make sure he pays for this. And sure enough, there they did. Bachelorettes shared their PayPal and $40 was paid up. So there it is. They bet on it. All right, so let's get into it. The big women tell all spoilers. You guys ready for this? Let's just double check our notes here. Okay, so the big spoilers that I have is someone said that Shanae flipped. They said Shanae got torn to threads. I'm not going to share the screen grabs that I have from this person, but I'm going to read a summary that doesn't reveal any identities. Shanae gave nothing new and got torn to threads. These are the words they use. Torn to shreds. Even worse than they thought was going to happen, happened. They said she gave nothing, no apologies, no added information. She has not evolved after watching it all. What you saw with Shanae is what you're going to get at the Women Tell All. That's the big spoiler. If you wanted more, there's other information. I know my team was wondering, does Sarah cry? What else happens? And all I have from notes is, I wish I could share more, but anything else would be too revealing. That's what you need to know. So that's what we have. Now I'll play what reality Zach had to say here.
I have secured the tea from the Women Tell All, so watch this video at your own risk. The first thing to know, as expected, is that most of the drama surrounded around Shanae. She was in the hot seat for hours and admitted to the girls that she lied. However, she also kind of came off as a I don't care attitude. The majority of the girls were throwing F-bombs and calling Shanae delusional. Sarah was also in the hot seat and got called out for lying about Clayton crying. A lot of the tell-all surrounded mental health and advocating for one another, but when Clayton came out at the end, everyone called him out. Homeboy got roasted hard. I will have more info for you guys about the tell-all soon, so make sure to hit that follow for...
All right, so that's what we have. That's the information we have. We'll read some of your comments here. I know it's nothing crazy, but what do you want? You know what I mean? What do you want? There's not much information out there. This tea is colder than an ice bath, someone says. I think everyone already knows that Shanae would be in the hot seat for a long time and that Clayton would be called out. Yeah, but that's what it is. It's still tea, What do you want, a written dissertation of what went down? This guy's... Well, someone's saying this guy likes to make stuff up, but I'm confirming with my source that the same thing was said, that Shanae is going to get torn to shreds. Anyway, some people are saying that they're on Sarah's side because we didn't see her lie in her behavior, but I just really don't think the other girls are lying and going to go after her for no reason. All right, so we'll have to see how Sarah, plays into it. Again, we're not going to watch this. This must be, 2 or 3 weeks away? It's several weeks away, right? This coming week will be, let's take a look at it. This coming week will be Fantasy Suites. Then after that, we have Hometowns. And then after Hometowns, we have Women Tell All. And then after Women Tell All, we have the finale. So there's 4 weeks left. Do I have that right? Okay, what else do we have here? All right, so we'll have to see how it goes. I'd love to know what you guys think. If that tea was lukewarm to you, stick it in the microwave. Warm it up, baby. That's all I got. Unless there's any other breaking news, let me see. Check because let me tell you something. Sometimes halfway through our video, we get breaking news. But unless there's any more breaking news, that'll be it from me. Let me know what you guys think. Let me tell you something. On the private Patreon, obviously we were preparing the Women Tell All clip, but we were also watching the invasion that's happening in Ukraine. And someone had mentioned, wow, how ironic that we're talking about the invasion in Ukraine in Women Tell All. And the irony is not lost on me how little things like the Women Tell All actually matter. Our niche is a speck, a grain of sand on a beach, okay? It is so small and irrelevant to the big issues that exist out there. It doesn't mean we can't be nitpicky to want, neurodiversity talked about and get rid of trolling and all those things. We can walk and chew gum. We can want all those things and see in the actual atrocities that are happening internationally at the same time. And I guess that's what we'll just do. We'll keep on reporting about The Bachelor, and I'll try to give any sort of commentary to you guys if you're looking to get away from the news. I implore you, my suggestion, if you're looking for independent news to follow that is trustworthy, that doesn't have corporate money attached to it, I have to recommend Breaking Points. The guy on the left is named Sagar. He is a Republican from Texas. And then Crystal Ball is a Democrat from, I believe, West Virginia, maybe Kentucky. She floats around the Rust Belt or whatever it's called. Either way, they're not bought and sold by politicians, lobbyists, and this and that. And they give good takes that are unifying, that share both sides of the story. If you want to know what the hell is going on, go give Breaking Points a follow on YouTube. They do fantastic journalism. They're my trusted source. Let me know what you guys think. Everyone, be kind out there, all right? We'll talk to y'all in a little bit.